Well, let's ask ourselves, why doesn't Star Wars feel the same? Is it because we're older now and we're no longer the target audience? Is it because of nostalgia? Perhaps it is because we have too many options of things to watch. Or maybe, just maybe, it never was good to begin with. No. I soundly reject these ideas. It's not because we're older. Marvel has proven that with good writers, stories can appeal to all age ranges. Star Wars doesn't feel the same today, not because it wasn't amazing. I believe George's stories are timeless and eternal. There's a reason why you're watching this video. You, I, and countless others love Star Wars. The content itself doesn't need nostalgia or a younger audience to be amazing. By way of illustration, let's look at the content we grew up on. Star Wars A New Hope was released in 1977 and almost immediately had merchandise, companion novels, comic books, and games, not to mention the following films within the franchise. We were given consistent content being overseen by the story's creator, George himself. Following the prequels, we also received one of the best animated TV shows of all time, Star Wars The Clone Wars. And I think I can speak for everyone when I say that it slaps. We were in a golden age of content and didn't realize what we had. Everything felt right, and whether or not you love the prequels like I do, it still fit into George's story nicely. Well then, when did it happen? When was the fall of the Republic? When did fans lose hope in the future of the franchise? When did people stop feeling excited during an announcement of a new movie or show? I would say that the start of our doubts didn't immediately begin as soon as George sold Lucasfilm to Disney. In fact, many were excited at the possible growth that could be achieved with such a large, established entertainment juggernaut. That's not to say some were doubtful, only that many still had hope for the future. The next few years of Disney Star Wars were hit or miss, mostly misses. A few bright spots were the first 2 seasons of The Mandalorian, Rogue One, Season 7 of The Clone Wars, and the Jedi Fallen Order video game series. But as time wore on, each failure was worse than the last. The sequel trilogy was the worst offender because of its connection to the main saga. But Kenobi, Book of Boba, Ahsoka, The Acolyte, and others were just straight up horrible. Sometimes it's hard to comprehend how bad they have fumbled the biggest IP ever. I feel like half of Star Wars fans could come up with something better. They don't understand their audience, and Kathleen Kennedy is too stubborn to admit she messed up. This has prevented a reform into a brighter era of Star Wars.